Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people on whose traditional lands these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. For those that are new, I've got my two guides with me, Meister and Naryn. Meister is a Gaelic Celt, and Naryn is an Australian First Nations spiritual leader. So if you hear any voices, the gruff one is Meister and the soft one is Naryn. They've been quite vocal lately, so love having them along, and they are just here and we just go with it. So entertainment only, very quickly. International Women's Day. Love to think that every day is Women's Day, but it's nice to have a where it's a little bit of a extra acknowledgement. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If I pronounce any first names wrong as I go along, please just put it down to the Aussie accent and let it go. In my D.A. Willis and Vice President Harris readings, I get absolutely hammered for apparently pronouncing her name wrong, both their first names wrong, but then I get told 4 or 5 different ways of how it's meant to be pronounced. So I'm sunk no matter how I do it. So please just forgive me, let it go, let it wash over. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to have a look at in this reading using my Gilded Tarot Royale. There has been a bill introduced into Congress in regards to TikTok. I am not on TikTok. I am not, and I refuse to use Temu either. I just feel really bad vibes about both those sites. And the bill is basically saying TikTok has to sell the parent company, which is the Chinese state, the Chinese government, has to sell TikTok within 6 months or it will be banned in the US. Now, being aware, it's not about the content that's on the social media, and it's the same with Temu. It's not so much about what is available for sale. It is about very much about data gathering. It is about domestic security, and it is about a changing of energies worldwide. So it's very much in regards to the data gathering, and it's not just your name and address. It's very much algorithm data gathering. It's personal information. It's face recognition. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes there. So I just want to see if the bill is going to get through. So show me the bill. Yeah, it's about secrets that go on behind the scenes, secret gathering that goes on behind the scenes that possibly a lot of the youth are not aware of. I mean, these two sites are aimed at young people, and I think what goes on would take a lot of young people by surprise because it is literally an abuse of power, a stealing of what is happening. So let's have a look. I just want to let me have a look. Although I do wonder at 8-year-olds on TikTok giving hydronic acid pills promotion, etc., as part of a beauty facial regime. Goodness me, at 8 years old, I was lucky to put sun cream on. Okay, but let's have a look. Get off my little soapbox in regards to that. The bill going through Congress. How is that bill going to progress? The TikTok bill in Congress. Show me TikTok bill. Okay, you want that one, but you want those left there. Okay, come on down. Let's have a look. Okay. Yeah, it's very much about financial, I'm going to say financial corruption in a way. But I'm wondering whether there's some financial corruption within Congress as well. Let's see how this plays because the signifier is basically banished out in the cold due to um, financial decisions. It's also my moral, ethical corruption as well. What am I getting here, guys? Okay, thank you. Right. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Oh boy, if you hear them, let me know because they are downloading big times. They are telling me this is the US, a very lucrative financial market. And they're basically saying if you want to come in, you've got to play by our rules. So this is the banishing of TikTok out into the cold. You might find Temu goes shortly afterwards because we've got the two figures here. You have to play by our rules if you want to come in. Okay. Challenged by the manipulation that's happening. Because it's about the data gathering, not the content. It's about the data gathering, um, and it's a lot. It's a lot of data gathering that's happening, and that is what is the concern. As I said, the facial recognition. Basically, they end up with your name, your address, your date of birth, your bank accounts, you name it. It's very much about getting everything on you when you're on these sites. Okay, and it's about control. Absolutely, it is about control. Now, Hogarth put an interesting thing up this morning. If you get ads at the beginning that do not align with this video. Us content creators have absolutely no control over the ads whatsoever that you get presented with. It's all to do with your algorithms, past searches, past purchases, the data that they have obtained on you. So, okay. You'll notice that if you Google to search for, well, for example, I bought a new fridge the other week. The amount of white goods ads I got afterwards, oh, absolutely, because I had Googled white goods. Okay, but yeah, it's all about control. In the past, this truth has been brought forward. We cannot plead ignorance about it. In the past, this truth has been brought forward. It's on display for everybody to see. Crowning this reading. So I'm asking about the bill, a new plan, a new messaging being brought forward, a new start. Okay, here we have a prosecutor, but also Queens are internally doing. So within the US, I'm going to say bringing forward legislation. Thank you. And it is about community-based legislation. Thank you. Externally, strengthening protection, strengthening community, because internally there's a lot of poor choices that are going on in regards to these particular websites. I'm talking about TikTok in particular in regards to this one because it is the bill that's being brought forward, but I'm thinking the other is going to follow suit very quickly in regards to tightening up, because these sites capture you emotionally and lure you into making poor choices in regards to what information you put out there. Hopes and fears, a lot of emotions around this on what is being TikTok have put out, claiming that it's a breach of free speech, all the rest of it. It's not about the content, it's about the data gathering. So there's a lot of emotional information that it will be circulating around this, but here's this card again. It is about the protection, bringing forth protection for those that, I'm going to say overseas that are gaining that information. And then we have the star, the best of democracy, the best. This is actually a good bill, is what I'm getting. We've got the star that is very much about protection as well, healing, but it's the best of democracy, the best of the legal system. And it's very much about, we've got oligarchical money or dictatorship money, putting an end to the overseas gaining of information and messaging that they're capturing. And again, I think it's going to be something unexpected out of left field. But I think some of the information that comes out in regards to this information collecting will surprise a few. And here's the government standing firm in regards to this. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think the bill might. I think the bill's got legs, and I think there is information that is going to come out that will really surprise people who use these sites. So, show me the future of TikTok in the US. I think that's going to garner bipartisan support to get through. I do feel it's going to garner bipartisan support. And I'm talking moderate Republicans teaming up with uh, Democrats. Maybe some Democrats that don't like the bill either, but I just feel it's going to get bipartisan support to go through. Okay. I think especially once the behind the scenes information comes forward. So show me the future of TikTok in the US. Show me the future of TikTok in the US. Yeah, the sword of truth is going to get pulled. So yeah, there's going to be legislation. The challenge is, well, it's time. And I'm not saying time, the wheel turning. I'm talking about destiny here, but I'm talking about a point in time. This is the point in time for this. Having to walk away at the foundation. So I'm asking about TikTok in the future. There are 3 cups spilt and 5 still upstanding, which to me is okay. There's going to be some emotional loss over this, but I do feel that, but it's also, we've got the full moon here shining, exposing, which is going to force TikTok to walk away to some degree. So it's not ending, it's having to make some changes, because in the past we've got this fading of the masculine aggressive dictatorship energy. I should stop saying masculine, just the fading of this aggressive autocratic dictatorship energy on the world stage. Okay? Yeah, there are secrets going to be revealed about what actually goes on behind the scenes. We've got the bipartisan support here, TikTok going forward in the future, having to come up, well, to quote Marianne from Revealing Light, having to come up with a different plan in regards to how TikTok is based in the US market. So basically the basket is then emptied, but the harvest is here. So a different plan internally, a lot of anxiety in regards to this information that comes out. I'm really getting that the information that comes out about what's going on behind the scenes is going to be a big revelation for oh whoops revelation for some that will cause anxiety. It's not like we haven't been told, but they get on these platforms Gosh. And especially the younger people, and I'm talking, there's, as I said, there's 8-year-olds with beauty regimes and stuff on there. What is it that's actually being garnered from them? Okay, so it's going to be anxiety internally. Hopes and fears, a hope of ending this literally gathering treasure chest of protection. And here we have the King of Pentacles. I'm going to say, because I'm not talking about money in this is not Trump, this is not Xi Jinping, this is the patriarchal determined protection card for me. He's bringing forth protection from overseas information gathering, because pentacles are about messaging. And then we have the feminine energy bringing forward a new plan, because it is going to be a divergence point in regards to this messaging. Yeah, TikTok's going to find itself restricted in some ways. There's going to be some heartbreak, loss, despair in regards to it. It's also the divorce card, so basically sell up, divorce yourself. But it is about protecting the youth, but not just the youth. I mean, but it is mainly youth. There's going to be new boundaries set up that may or may not be revealed. Not everything's been revealed as of yet, but I think it's going to come forward fairly quickly. It's going to bring about an ending of the current situation and then a new beginning in stability and protection. There's truth that's going to be packed up and moved forward and exposed. It's going to bring about a significant ending and change. So, yeah, I say loss, disappointment, heartbreak, or just disappointment, I think, for those that have been operating this. We've got the King of Swords bringing forth new legislation, the Star of the Best of democracy, and the Tower moment. Now, the Tower moment is not about literally blowing up TikTok. It's about just breaking down its current structure so that it can be rebuilt in a new way. We've got then the information being literally handed out. There's going to be a harsh truth. It's going to be quite a shock to some in regards to what has been gathered on them. So, just be aware. I do think there's going to be quite for those that perhaps were a little bit naive in regards to the workings of international politics and these particular websites, going to be a bit of a shock to them, because but it was all innocent type thing. Okay, see how it plays. Love to you all. Take care. Bye bye.